The morning after the drawing, he decided to stop in and check his tickets. He scanned the first one. That was not a winner. Then he scanned the second one, and the machine told him to please see the attendant.
She scanned it and she said, "Oh my God." When she said, "Oh my God," I back up and my heart started beating.
I bet it did. Well, just a week before striking it rich, Swami refinanced his home to help pay for college costs for his 17 and 20-year-old children. Swami took the cash option, which was more than $180 million.
Can you imagine winning $13 million in the lottery and then lose it all? Today's video is going to blow your mind. Let's go.
$13.3 million from the lottery.
Wow.
He took the cash payout, so he got, almost like half of that. And I'm just going to give you guys some more background on how, he used the money. Like I told you guys, he ended up running away to Vegas, bought a house, gambled a lot, spent a lot of time at the bunny ranch. He spent a lot of his money on heavy equipment like skid steers and excavators and things like that. He wanted to start a company, and he never went through with it. He got cars and, all the luxuries you could think of. He was really into sunglasses. He took trips with his new girlfriend. They went to Hawaii, which is a really funny story because he didn't tell any of us here at home. And we were all super upset that he didn't bring us. He brought her and her kids. So that was annoying. But it was cool that he got the experience. And I guess he walked up a hill, or not a hill, one of the mountains or volcanoes there or whatever, in cowboy boots, because my dad wore cowboy boots all the time. So he won in 2014, and he was pretty much broke by 2023 when he died. So he had some assets. He slowly started selling them before he died because he needed money, because he had a land contract with the Vegas house, so he bought it outright and then he was going to sell it to somebody on a land contract. They stopped paying, but then they ended up suing him because he sold 2 of the properties out from underneath the guy, and so the guy sued him even though he stopped paying. So I have been in a legal battle for 2 years now, or almost 3 now, since my dad has died over that house in Vegas. That person's still living in the house, free of charge, hasn't paid in close to probably I would roughly 6 years is what I'm thinking. So that's still a huge battle and a huge headache. Still in court for that. But yeah, my dad pretty much left a mess behind.
That's unfortunate, and RIP to her dad. But I can only imagine winning that amount of money. You definitely will need to have a plan and actually meet with a financial advisor to be able to monitor and be able to know how to invest and leave and set it up where your family and your kids are okay if something happened to you. Like, as you can see, she's sitting there, she's going through a bunch of legal things that could have been taken care of before her dad passed. If if he would have been thinking ahead. But how many people thinking like that when they win $13 million? It's unfortunate that he passed away. We all can learn something from videos like this because you never know. It could be you. You could play the lottery and end up winning a whole bunch of money.
Vegas, so he would gamble big. There was this one time that me and my sister and my brother went down, and my now wife, she was my girlfriend, went down to Vegas to visit my dad. And he brought us, I was underage, my brother was underage, so was my girlfriend, but my sister was not. And he brought us to the casinos, and we stayed in the hotels and had a lot of fun, a lot of luxury. He brought us to the cool restaurants, all the places. And the casinos are always trying to schmooze you when you're spending a lot of money there. So they offered us a houseboat it was one of those, it was the only big lake out there. I don't remember what it's called. And things like that. We ended up not doing the houseboat, which I really am sad about because they had a chef and all this really cool stuff that I would never, be able to do ever again. Maybe one day if I get super rich, but I doubt it.
That's crazy.
So I'm just really sad about that part that we didn't do that. But when we went to the casinos, he brought my sister to gamble. And he gave me, my brother, and my girlfriend at the time $50 to go to the store that was in the casino to go shopping, which we couldn't afford anything in there, which I was like, this is crazy. Could have gave us at least $100, but we should be grateful for the 50 or whatever. And then my sister sat down and gambled with him, and she told me that he was gambling thousands, tens of thousands of dollars.
Can you imagine though having millions and being in a casino and you're a gambler? That's like a recipe for disaster right there. I can only imagine.
So yeah, that's the kind of stuff my dad pulled. So yeah, he won the lottery, that's all cool, but he pulled a lot of shit, to be honest.
For situations like this, man, I can only imagine like when one day waking up and you won millions of dollars. I mean, it's no way to prepare for that. So that's why I hope videos like this can help other people if they happen to be a lucky person to win the lottery. You can have all your ducks in a row even before you even claim your money. And now I know why people sometimes they win the lottery and you wonder why they haven't claimed the money yet. They probably getting their ducks in a row.
It's a winner if it was sold in New Jersey and where it was sold in New Jersey. But we don't know who won the prize until that person comes into the lottery headquarters and claims it. Now, of course, they could mail it. I don't think they're going to mail a $500 million, $1 billion ticket in the lottery headquarters. But we don't know who the winner is until they actually come down and claim it. They've got a year to claim the prize. And I know that in some states, people have waited. In some states, like South Carolina, it's 6 months to claim the prize. New Jersey, we give you a year, and you have the whole year to claim the prize. I'm not aware of a huge Powerball or Mega Millions jackpot that's gone unclaimed.
Because that's a big, big lifestyle change. And if you ain't ready for it, I can see how it can take you out. I can see how it can take you out because some of your bad habits, all it does is enhance it. So if you're a gambler, now you're gonna gamble more because you got all these millions. If you got a habit of spending, now you're gonna be buying cars and clothes and all kinds of expensive items.
I'm a former lottery winner. I won $1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah, $1 million on a scratch ticket in the state of Virginia when I was 28. And I'm 36 now, and I have gone through it all.
Ooh.
Down to zero.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I am a part of that statistic that, I don't know, 80 or 90% of lottery winners lose it. I swore that I wouldn't be, but here I am. And
what was your take home? What was the take home after the?
Yeah, $766,000 was what the actual ticket was worth. It wasn't actually worth $1 million. I know that's what they advertised.
Right.
And then I paid taxes on that, so take home was $555.
Okay. And over the span of 8 years, you drained that $555 in your bank account to zero.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know, man. I just hope that, you know, if one of you guys happen to win the lottery, you got good people around you and you have all your ducks in a row. It can be a blessing or it can be a curse. It all depends on how you handle it. So if you're new to the channel, man, hit the like button, subscribe. I thought this was interesting. It's something different for the channel, and I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.